Hello everybody, I'm Iliana. Thank you for joining me for another process video. That's not my layout, by the way. That is a layout by the marvellous Jen Box, who's back on our YouTube sharing layouts again. I can't tell you how super excited I am as well. I know she's been incredibly busy lately, but it's so exciting to have quite a few videos. And if you haven't checked out her channel, which I'm sure you have because she's like probably famous, then go and have a look at her new arrivals. It's very fun to see. So Jen, this is my Scraplift of your design there, using, in kind of true Jen style, lots of scraps of slightly older lines, including this basic grey paper, which is slightly triangle, really light blue design. And then I've backed it onto some, well, it looks like a 12 by 12 piece of white cardstock, but of course I've just gutted out the middle bit so that I can use that on another layout, and I can testify to the fact that I did that straight away after this layout. I made another one with that white, but I have layered it all onto the grey cardstock there. And so that basic grey is from the Soleil collection, and it's the back side of that red chevron piece. And I'm just cutting it all into a proper 12 by 12 piece there, just so that I know exactly what canvas size that I should be working on. Not that there's any rules, I could have of course gone slightly off, but since it's all going to be in an album later, I thought I better do that. I'm just ruffling up the edges because I quite like to do a bit of a textured look. And although I started with it this way, I then turned it 90 degrees because I kind of like the way that looked better. And that grey piece I'm working with is just a little swatch of wallpaper I took a couple of months ago from a hardware store called Wilko's. I think it must have been the same time that I bought those long scissors. I've been a little bit smitten by, I think it's Tanya Hubbard, who has a lovely long pair of scissors, and I thought that would help me to cut straighter lines. And it couldn't be further from the truth. They're actually really awkward. I can't use long scissors. They go all bendy on me, but it's fine. So now what I'm doing, I have cut a green Polaroid frame out of a Sizzix die. And now I'm trying to make a 6 by 6 piece of paper, probably from a Dear Lizzie collection, I think, to stretch into kind of like a border piece so that it doesn't necessarily look like it was just 6 by 6. But the grey stripy piece that you saw me first working on was a catastrophe. So I've gone with the one that's got the little hearts background and pieced it together a little bit better for my liking anyway. As you saw, I kind of kept a long edge across the top and then I just cut the little slivers. Well, anyway, it's not rocket science. It's just my way to eke out a stash. And I kind of like that. So I put those two pictures side by side at a bit of a kind of jaunty angle on purpose to one another, just to make them look rough and, you know, stacked and layered, because that's the look I'm going for, of course, to emulate Jen's general style, which I love, and I know many of us do. And the pictures are of my boys wearing some glasses. Well, lo and behold, you can see that. And these are special glasses though, and they only lasted for about 24 hours until Elias wrecked them by poking through the lenses. But these were 3D specs, special ones that you can use. They came in a little kit with some felt tips and some speciality 3D papers, and the idea was that the boys could colour those in and then the pictures would pop, because yeah, they're wearing these special kind of prism effect glasses. They looked really cool, but in a really NHS geeky kind of style. I like it. I actually really like the way they look on the boys. As I say, they were kind of a fly-by-night little 2-minute wonder in our house. So anyway, what am I doing now? I don't think I've done anything incredibly special. This is a Heidi swap paper that I was just showing you. I've had that kicking around for a while. And I use that to layer top and bottom as though it's one long piece. I really still love black and white stripes. I don't think that they're going to leave our shores anytime soon. I think they are still quite popular, from what I can gather anyway. But I got those in a quirky kit quite a few back, and they worked quite well from the I Am days when I was working through the I Am collection. The black and white stripes, the thinner stripes there, I'm sure are from Dear Lizzie's line. I'm sorry, I can't name it right now. It's escaped me. And so I've used that as well to layer top and bottom. I've pulled out some great basic grey pieces, so that awesome speech mark there, speech bubble I think, plus a Dear Lizzie tag. Well, the Dear Lizzie tag won't make it. These basic grey pieces that I'm sticking down now, these stickers from the Highline collection, I am using to frame that little picture of Elias there on the right, and just to kind of draw the green across the page a little bit from that Polaroid that's framing the two boys. And I've brought out some Flair badge, was that Bella Boulevard? And I should probably mention that I'm using a Chamel Bulldog clip there as well. And now sticking down some stickers from Basic Grey. And you'll see that some of these ephemera pieces, like that Bulldog clip, I will end up moving that round and around until I finally find a home. So please bear with me. You'll see that with a bit of the ephemera, I am certainly not as decisive as Jen. Oh yeah, that's a Bella Boulevard sticker set. I think that was only a couple back from my quirky kit. And I'm sticking one down that says one happy day. And, you know, wink wink, we all know that these glasses just lasted one happy day. And that's a piece of, it's like a little bird, a clear sticker from Paper Chase, which is a local kind of stationers, if you like, that you get at all the train stations here in the UK anyway. And that's a very old chipboard frame, well, ticket stub piece that I've just stuck up the top there. I've had that since, oh, probably over 10 years since I was a card maker. They've just been in my stash. So I finally find a home for this speech mark. I keep calling it speech marks, but it's a bubble, you know, a call out. And then I find something which I kind of overlay the wording. It's this is the beginning. It's not really significant, but it kind of just adds to the texture of the side piece now. And then my title, which is Home. And I can't remember the brand that came from. Trying to catch that on the camera there, no, I really can't see, so sorry. And this is my little wink wink nudge nudge to my mum, because I do love using stickers and pieces that she gives me, and she gave me those glasses, so I cut those in half and made those stretch across the page. One little triangle says cool, and the other one is just the picture of the glasses, which I'll be moving eventually. And then a little ticket that's red and it says typical day. And yeah, so they're going to kind of going to jostle about for their positions, all these stickers. On the original layout, I noticed that what Jen had done was use a stack of books, which was very fitting of the subject, with the gorgeous book tree her daughter had made. But for me, I was just going with a stack of loads of different stickers. And that Basic Grey Cool acetate piece, I really wanted it to be part of my layout today, but unfortunately I just thought it looked a bit clunky there, so it doesn't make it at all. And ironically, that sticker that says just do it doesn't just do it, it goes all over the place before I finally find a home for that one. And there it's going to rest. And so you can see I did try and pull out a little tray of pieces that I thought might work on this one, and use the asterisk from possibly Basic Grey. I can't quite remember. And I'm going to go with journaling now, and that's just so simple, basically because that white pen is a bit scratchy now and it was frustrating. But anyway, I managed to write this, and it's, poor Lorenz, you had barely 5 minutes with your 3D specs before your brother had the lenses. And that was from the 28th of August this year. And then I'm going with some black ink splatter, which is classic of Gembox, but actually comparing the two layouts side by side, I noticed that I need to get a bit bigger with my splodges, a bit braver, a bit bigger. And anyway, I still quite like the way it looks. Oh, and I should say that just off camera, I added a few crystals to give it a little extra bling. And that is my layout. So Jen, thank you so much for the inspiration on this one. It's so great to have you back. I can't tell you how excited I am. And long may it last. I hope you get plenty of time to make more, because you're a true inspiration. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.